Hello and welcome to one more marvelous video of School is Cool. Computers are becoming essential part of our lives day by day. And when we talk about computers, we think about internet, websites, HTML, etc. Today we will look at HTML. We all have heard the word HTML. But what does it mean? HTML is the most commonly used computer programming language. In it, S stands for hyper, T stands for text, M stands for markup, and L stands for language. Hypertext means a text which on clicked directs us to another place in the computer or on the internet. Basically, it acts as a link. Markup language means some instructions given to the computer in angular brackets. There are many applications in which we can create HTML pages, but the simplest way to write HTML is to write directly in Notepad. In fact, in school exams, we are expected to show HTML code as we would write it in Notepad. Today, I am going to discuss the basic HTML which will be helpful for beginners, and in a later video, I will discuss about more features of HTML which will be helpful for middle school. So, let's start. The most important thing that I wish to tell you is whenever you create an HTML page, it is not directly open to the public. So, feel free to try anything you wish to make an HTML page. Now, we'll start making our cool HTML page. To make our page, we'll start by opening Notepad in which we'll create our HTML page. Now, let me tell you that all the instructions we write for the browser to build up our HTML page are known as tags and should be written in angular brackets, which are like this. I know that you will get a question that where are these angular brackets? Where do I find them on my keypad? So, relax. These are basically the greater than and less than sign present on our keyboard just above the space bar. Most of the tags have a starting tag and an end tag, but some tags are exception to this and they are only used singly. The information you want to write is written between these tags. Now you may ask, what are the starting tags and end tags? The starting tag simply contains the command, whereas the end tag tells the browser that the command has ended. The end tag is just the same as the starting tag but has a slash in front of it, like the HTML tag. It has HTML first in angular brackets as starting tag, and then we write the content and then we write slash HTML tag to complete it. Always remember to write the end tag for content tags, as the HTML file would be considered invalid by the browser and the page would not become perfect as you want. Now, we'll make just a basic and blank HTML page so that we will understand how it gets ready. First, we write an exclamation mark and doc type HTML in angular brackets. This is the first tag we are writing. You might be wondering, should we write a tag in uppercase or in lowercase letters? So, let me make this clear. There is no need of writing the tags in a special case like fully in capital, fully in small, or the first letter of the tag to be capital and the others in small. You can just write in any case you feel comfortable. Isn't it cool? The tags are not case sensitive. It made creating HTML page so more easier. This is a single tag and does not require an end tag. This tag tells the browser that this is an HTML page. This tag is not always essential for all browsers, but some browsers may need it. So we write it always as a precaution. After this, we press enter once and then we write HTML in angular brackets. We will write the slash HTML tag at the end of our file when our whole content is completed. This tag again tells the browser that this is an HTML page, but unlike exclamation mark doc type HTML, it is always compulsory to write the HTML/HTML tags. In the next line, we write head in angular brackets. After that, in the same line, we write title in angular brackets. Then we write the title which we give to our page. Here I am giving the title as School is School HTML page. Now we write slash title and after it we write slash head in angular brackets. Here you would have noticed that we do not close the head tag first and then the title tag in the order of their opening. But it is not like that. In HTML pages, if we are using 2 or more content tags simultaneously, we are needed to write them in mirror image. Means the last tag which we open will be closed at the first and the tag which is opened at the first will be closed at the last. Then we will write the slash HTML tag. This will conclude the page. So now our basic code to make any HTML is ready. Now we will run it. To run it, we would need to save the file. We want it to be saved as an HTML file and not as a normal text file. So to do this, we will have to follow certain steps. So as usual, we press Ctrl S. Then we get the Save As dialog box. So first of all, browse the location where you want to save it. Then in the Save As type drop down, select all files instead of text document. Then in the file name, add the name as you wish. So we are going to write about books in this HTML page. So I will give the title as books. Then we add .htm or .html as the extension of the file. Then we set the encoding as UTF-8 and then we save it. So when you go to the location of the file, you can see that it is the icon of your default browser. When you click on it, you can see that our HTML page is ready. So cool that in few tags our blank HTML page with a title is ready. But it is not looking good as blank. So let's add some cool content to our page. For this, we will have to edit our script. To do this, we will have to right click on our file, then click open with and then notepad. So we can see our script. Now, how to add content to this page? Simple. There's a cool tag for it. It's the body tag. So, for it, we write body in angular brackets before /HTML. Then we will write the matter we want in our HTML page. So here we are going to write about books. So we are going to write Now we have written our main content. So it is with a heading. We'll now close the body tag by writing /body. Then we'll save it. Now let's look how our page looks like. So we refresh it here, and yes, we got our content. But it does not include the enters and even did not make the heading center aligned and had some default font with the same size and color. What shall I do? I know that this will be the question roaming in your mind. But no worries, there's also a tag for that. So we'll go here in our script, and for the heading we'll have to use the header tags. There are 6 levels of headings if you want to make a nest content. They are named as H1, H2, etc. till H6. H1 being the biggest and H6 being the smallest heading. I have only one heading in the content, so we'll use the H1 tag. So we'll write it over here. While using this, we also want our heading to be center aligned, as the HTML aligns all the text to the left as we had seen earlier. So we use the center tag simultaneously with the header tag. So we'll write it here. So we'll write center, then H1, then the header which we want. So here I am using books as the header for our page. Then for the closing, we use the mirror image like /H1 and then /center. Then we save it, and then our heading has been formatted. Let's look how our page looks like. So we refresh it again here. Yes, it looks like as we wanted. Now our main content does not look attractive as the font size and color are boring and default. So let's add some cool formatting by changing the font size, font and font color. So we also have tags for this. So to change these things, we have the font tag. So we write the tag as font, then space, then space is equal to Arial, then space, then we write size is equal to 18, then we again add a space and write color is equal to green. Here we will write all the values like Arial, 18 and green inside of double quotes. So we'll add them. I would like to tell you that there are two types of size in the font tag. First is the one which we have used right now, means directly typing the value of the size, and the another one is to add or decrease a percentage of the size, like if we write 18% instead of writing only 20, the size of the text would increase by 20% than the default size, rather than the font being of 18 size. Now we'll close the font tag. So at the end of the content, we'll close the font tag by writing /font. We want only one font for the entire page, so we are writing it for the entire content. You can also add many fonts to a single page, but just remember to close each font tag before opening a new one, as two or more font tags can't be used simultaneously. Now let's see our page. So we go open our page, and yes, we get it. We have two paragraphs in our content, but they do not look like two paragraphs and continue in the same straight line. So there's also a tag for it. It is the P tag. So we write P at the starting of our content. Then we'll close it with /P when our first paragraph ends. Then we'll open it again when our second paragraph starts, and then we'll close when our content ends. And then we have made two paragraphs. Let's see our page. So we refresh it over here, and yes, we get two paragraphs. We sometimes want to emphasize on some words or phrases in our page. For this, we wish to use cool formatting like bold, italics and underline. How do we do that? Remember, a tag for everything. There's a tag for these formatting too. So we use B tag for bold, I tag for italics and U tag for underline. So let's add these formatting to some of our words which we feel we want to emphasize on. So I have added the formatting to some keywords I wish to be emphasized on. So you can also see that we close the tags in mirror image. Now let's take a look at our page. We refresh it, and yes, we got our formattings ready. regarding the benefits of reading books. You can see that in the script. We have added enters and made them into pointers. But in the HTML page, they are displayed in the same straight lines. So, for this, we use the BR tag. It is a single tag and has no end. It basically serves the function of enter in the HTML page. So, we'll add it over here. Now, after adding the BR tag, let's look how our page looks like. Wow! Amazing! It now looks superb. Our matter is fully formatted now. Many a times we want to indicate an end of our HTML page to the reader by putting a line and writing the end. But we are unable to put such line. For this, we use the HR tag. It will produce a line. Like the BR tag, HR tag is also a single tag and needs no end tag. So, we'll add it over here. Now, we'll take a look at our page. We refresh it and wow, superb! But still, something looks missing. Yes, it's the background. Our nicely formatted text does not look much good on a white background. We want a colored background instead, but we will have to make a completely new script? No, not at all. It's simple. We'll just edit the body tag. So, here we add BG color is equal to, and then we write the color we wish to add to our background. So, here I am going to add the color yellow to our background. Here too, we have to write yellow in double quotes. Now, let's take a look at our page. Woohoo! Amazing! Our page is looking fantastic over here. But if we add a beautiful image of books as the background instead of a plain color, it would be better. What to do for it? We again just edit the body tag. We just add background is equal to, and then we write the location of our image in the double quotes. So I'll write the location. Here we have written the location of our image. Now let's look how our page looks like. So we refresh it and wow, a beautiful image got added to our page. Now we have finally completed making our basic HTML page. Here you can see the entire script we have made for it. These were very simple steps with which we could make our HTML page. If you make an HTML page with these techniques, I am sure that you will get full marks in this topic. Like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. School is Cool. We will meet in the next video of School is Cool. Goodbye till then.